This is the Wordlife show on Ujima Radio.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bar.
Hey, all right, okay. So this is the Wordlife show.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's just looked in, I'm joined by Benji.
Yes. Hello,
hello. Bro, it'd be wicked having you on the show. For anyone who's been listening, you will have heard I've just played your first blind audition from when you was on This Is The Voice.
There we
Wicked impressive. Yeah, we could get paid for that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Sorted.
Yeah, I hope we don't get a copyright strike on that.
Fingers crossed, man.
This is the voice. Yeah. So, bro, you must be so sick of that. Every interview you get is all about that. Yeah. Sorry. And today's no different now. I swear down, I got you on, honestly. Yeah. Now, as I said to you before, if you went on The Voice and you was a terrible MC or something like that, I would not have any. Great MC, really good artist. We're here to promote all of your stuff.
Yes.
And what you've been doing since and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be stupid for me not to mention your appearance on The Voice.
Let's have a chat. Let's talk about it.
It's huge.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this track you've done a remix of Seven Rings by Ariana Grande.
That's the one.
I would say Grande and get cussed for it, but it's Grande.
Grande. Yeah, I think so.
And so she's not phoning you up saying, "Yo, like, I want to do a remix or nothing." No.
To be fair, she does phone. She's phoning me up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not. That was a little while. I was like, maybe could happen. As the days went by, I was like,
that's not why you picked that song. I'm thinking, I get a remix out of it.
No, unfortunately not. I probably would have picked a different song if I was fishing for a remix.
Okay, fair. Now, this is one thing I wanted to say about, because a lot of people don't get how it works. Yeah. Now, you say that was broadcast in September. You filmed it like a year before, in the September before.
Way back when, yeah. It was literally when I first came to Bristol.
Yeah.
So I moved here and then I was going up to film.
Yeah.
Up the country, like London, Manchester. I was going up.
Oh, they made you go London and Manchester.
Yeah. So the actual auditions are filmed up in Media City in Manchester. We had rehearsals and stuff like that in London. So it was literally coming up and down. It was quite an intense period, to be fair. Having
from
moved
what you see on the telly compared to all the movement and travel and stuff you do,
much.
Like they really make you work for it.
Yeah. Well and truly, man. Yeah.
Now, this is one thing I wanted to ask that I thought was, because I said, how come you pick that track? You're like, I didn't.
Yeah.
And because I thought it was a really good choice. Now, like picking a song that's huge that they know and then flipping it, and do you know what I mean? Like, busting the Willow Ankovic, changing the vocals, making it yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Great. But you said that was the producers.
Yeah. So to be fair, I mean, certain people had more control over the tracks that they picked. Right. I think, like as a rapper, it was more a matter of trying to find a song where I can do the rapping, but also showcase like vocal ability too. So I was given a few options, and to be fair, like I was a little bit reluctant when they initially picked Seven Rings. I was like, it's not a song that I would normally choose for like such a big appearance on. That's my first. I mean,
it's your whole career like hinging on that.
Yeah, and it's like to have a song that you're not massively confident about, for that I was a bit like But then when we thought about it and talked it through, it made a lot of sense. It was like you were saying, having a massive song that everyone knows and then flipping it on its head.
I thought genius. I don't think they stitched you up that much.
No, they didn't stitch me up. No, it made a lot of sense in the end. And, there's some very smart people working.
Creatively, whether you agree with it or not is a different thing. But I think, I get why they done that. It makes sense, you know what I mean? But I'm glad you changed the words and stuff like that. I did just bust a chorus and it showed the original line. But the good thing that you done on it, I think as well, and it showed like your heritage and stuff like that, is you didn't just rap on it. Man rapped in Japanese.
Come on, yeah. So this and that.
I don't know what that means. You have to.
That's just like, that's right.
Yeah. But like, honestly, I love as I was saying about food stuff like that. Now you're half Japanese, yeah?
Half Japanese, yeah. My mum's Japanese.
Yeah. Now the rapping on there made me think, wow, you can fluently chat Japanese, but you're learning at the moment.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I've been like, I can speak it like colloquially. I can speak it in conversation, and I have been able to since I was very young. Mum sort of spoke it to us as we were growing up and that sort of thing. But when you're not living in the country, it's so hard, especially Japanese. It's like it's a very hard language to learn.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I watch a guy on YouTube who's an English guy living over there.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
And he goes on about how it's super hard to learn. So you said they got 3 alphabets.
3 alphabets. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then
I barely know the English one.
And then the grammar is all different as well. Obviously, there's a lot to juggle, but I'm learning and I want to learn more, and I think it would be sick to get to a place where I was completely fluent in Japanese, could do whole songs in Japanese. I'd love that. That'd be a lot of fun.
I bet there's going to be a real good audience for that as well. Somebody internationally being able to do that. And hip hop Japanese, that's sick.
Hip hop. To be fair, there's a small rap scene over there. To be fair, there's some really, really sick MCs over there.
Yeah.
It's not a massive thing, but where there is support for it, like the support is there's a lot of energy for it there.
I can imagine it's a niche, but at the same time, probably quite an untapped niche. So
yeah, exactly. There's space. There's a gap in the market.
However,
yeah,
you also make music in English.
I do,
and that binds.
Thank you, man.
Now, no, bro, like we've been playing it throughout the show, and generally I was shocking that pop in my head because it was good. You know
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Now, right, so all of that. Right, let's just tell them the result of the voice thing. So you got through to the semi-finals, isn't it?
Through to the semis, yeah, and then unfortunately got knocked out of the competition at that point.
Dare I ask what happened or why?
Yeah, I mean, so I was up against 2 other artists, and Anne-Marie had to select one of the 3 to go through.
Wait, the woman you picked to be in her group?
Yeah.
She then had to pick someone else?
Yeah. So
she staked you.
Yeah. I got, that's the way of the voice, man. You do get staked eventually.
I didn't realize it was like that. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's quite selective. So obviously, each stage of the competition, more and more people get knocked out.
Yeah.
So
they all picked you, didn't they? They all turned around.
They all turned. It was one of the most surreal experiences ever. Bro. It was nuts.
It was really good. I'd probably gone with Will I Am.
Yeah, to be fair, man, most people have said, "Why did you go for Anne-Marie?"
Yeah. I didn't know who she was. I was like the guy on your documentary thing, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bless him, maybe that's my age or whatever, but you know what I mean. But like you make these decisions that happens, and then she snaked you. I'm not joking. But yeah, now it's led you here back to Bristol to the music scene, and you've been working with John Winters, not Chris.
Joe.
Joe Winters. Shame I got it wrong
Chris,
even
not
after
John.
that.
It's all good. Joe, we love you.
Anyway, yeah, so sorry, bro. Bangers. Yeah, that's the one good thing, right?
Yeah.
The music's undeniably sick. Now, yeah, I mean, what got you into music, bro?
I've done music from a young age. Like, I sort of played guitar. I was a singer, and then sort of, I don't know, during the end of secondary school, I started rapping. Yeah. And then during lockdown, actually, I had more time and space and energy to put into rapping.
That makes sense.
And then since coming to Bristol, I obviously had the voice going on from September last year, so I only really had time to get involved in Bristol from January this year.
Yeah.
So I started going to like open mics and cyphers and stuff like this, and just trying to get my name out, trying to network a bit. And the reception was like surprisingly good. It was like people were like saying, "Oh yeah, this is sick," and eventually, you know how it goes. It's sort of people like you. They say, "Come along to this," and
it helps that you're good.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Don't work so much the other side of if you're not very good. Yeah, try not to go to the cyphers just yet. Go back to the drawing board and maybe But now, honestly, it helps. Yeah. Now, so coming to the Bristol music scene, I've seen you just done stuff with like Death Threats.
Yes.
Up on what was that?
That was at Jammu, Attic Bar.
Yeah. Wicked guy.
There goes Richie Fitz put that together. Okay. Very, very sick.
Yeah. And then you say you've done another event with IMB.
Yeah, that was right. That was his last headline show at Crofters Rights.
Okay.
He got myself, a couple other sick MCs. There was Cash Tides was there. Guy Williamson, really, really sick artist. It was a very well put together evening. Yeah.
Hey, bruv, like it sounds like you're getting in with the right people, with good people. As I say, that's people I work with. You know what I mean? Death Threats G, IMB, come on here. Yeah, as I say, you got me what was it, hibiscus cheesecake and the curry for my.
That sounds so good.
I'm telling you, bro, try it. It was awesome.
So
but yeah, man, like really good people. Now, music wise,
yes.
Now you've been dropping. I noticed you done like My Journey videos and the document, and you put your songs on there for that, which is a really good way of promoting them, I think. How are you going about dropping your music and stuff? Like, what's the plan?
At the moment, it's been quite like all over the place with releases. Like I said, since being in Bristol, it's been more networking and trying to get my name out there.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit more of an audience to release music to.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense.
But since being here, I've dropped 3 singles. The first one was with a good friend and producer from home, a guy called SB Waves. Yeah. And that was Country Boy.
Okay,
so I dropped that. We recorded that back in Plymouth.
Yeah.
And then dropped that. I dropped that as soon as I was in Bristol, basically.
Okay.
Then Joe and I.
We're still a bit country in Bristol, aren't we?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Not quite as country as Plymouth.
No, exactly.
I said that you're originally from Cornwall, aren't you?
Yeah. I went to school in Plymouth though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you slowly moved up, like
moved up the country.
Yeah,
slowly.
Might be in Scotland soon, don't we? Yeah. But no, honestly, so that one come out and that's out on all streaming platforms.
That what Country Boy? Yeah. Country Boy's out on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And then Joe and I dropped Face Down back in February.
Yes.
And then I've just dropped again and again with Joe again.
Really like that one. Yeah.
But obviously, like September, February, and then November, it's really spread out releases.
I mean, you've definitely done. Yeah.
It's not been regular.
Unless you do it on like some next mathematical code.
No, there's been no mathematical code going on at all. So there's no planning, there's no structure, and
some prime numbers or something like that.
But it's very much a matter of wanting to focus more on recording, focus more on releasing, making sure all the releases are like more structured. So I feel like that's, you know, I want to be releasing more. I want people to be able to hear more of what I've got.
But you want to have it all done the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's no point in rushing it.
No, I agree. Get it done right. Especially when you've had the exposure and stuff that you had before. You want to hit it right and do it the right way and be professional about it and stuff like that. No,
exactly.
I think that's really good. There's that other track that I really liked. What was the one with the beat?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. Man. When's that coming out?
Pharaoh. It's an interesting one because we used a sample from Pharaoh Sanders, who, you know, I was shown the song and I remember listening to it and I really liked the song, but just that little instrumental part at the start, I was like, we can make this a beat.
Yes.
And the person that showed me the song was like, what do you mean you can make it beat? Because they're not really into the rap sort of thing. But I was like, no, this could be a sick sample. And then I chatted to Joe Windsor. I sent him the song and literally like within an hour or so he sent something back, like a little demo. And then I went up, he's in London now.
Okay.
But I went up to London, we went to Hackney and we got in the studio and we recorded that along with a couple other bits. But yeah, I really like it as a piece. It's very, very simple, like we were saying earlier. But so I don't know when that's coming out. It would have to be, you know, get the copy.
That's not on the board schedule.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Honestly, I think that would be a good one to put out. That'd be awesome, man. You know what I mean? Right, video-wise. Now, I heard on your documentary thing that you're doing, you have video, or you're chatting about doing a video with an artist on there. Was that for the Country Boy one, or was that for something else?
I think that's for Again and Again.
Again and Again.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, so there's a really sick videographer called Lawton, who I've worked with before on some No Energy No Way, which played at the start of the show. We did a video for that back down in Cornwall. We were on the beach. It was just very, very chill. Like it was such a fun day to film.
And is that out?
That is out. That's on my YouTube.
Okay. So go to right. Okay. Well, we don't have long now until.
Oh, is it? It's that time.
Bruv, it just flies by. The interview's insane. I mean, literally.
Rapid.
Yeah, we got adverts we got to go into in a minute.
That's all good. That's all good.
But right, can you let them know your YouTube channel and where they can find you online if they want to find your music?
Yeah, absolutely. So my Instagram, which is where like everything is, I got my link tree on that. It's Kai Benji, KAI B3NJI. And then the YouTube is Kai Benjamin. That's where The Journey is, which is filmed by super sick videographer Christian Garside. He films all of it, puts it all together. So that is on my YouTube channel, which is under Kai Benjamin. And then my Spotify is Benji B3NJI. I know there's a lot of names I've got 3 different names at
basically,
the moment.
type in B3NJI and
it'll come up.
It does come up.
You should be able to find it.
Right, now before we go into the adverts or anything, was there any shout-outs or anything like that, or anything that I've missed off that you want to tell people to look out for, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, again, just like keep streaming the single. There's been some, I appreciate all the support on it so far. Keep streaming again and again on Spotify. And keep watching The Journey. And we're going to keep updating with The Journey. We've got an exciting episode coming soon. And then in the new year, we're going to have another big episode. So, stay tuned.
Right, well, thank you for coming through. I'm going to get into some adverts. And then next after this is going to be the live performance.
Let's have it. Yeah,
that's for that. All right, we're going to go into that. So, big up. Let's go.
Thanks.
Things have not been very good for me lately.
The Alternative Review every Saturday, 7 till 9 a.m.
Tuck in.